Welcome to the Porsche Turbo S review. Just gonna show you all this was hooked up in the bought to. I have it hard mounted right now. I use this for iRacing. The Xbox thing is separate, but when you get the Turbo, they send you a template. All you do is tape it down, put some holes through it, and 4 bolts. Both the GT3, all the Porsche wheels have these threaded holes. You just put the bolts through, bolt it down, and it's hard mounted. It's not going anywhere. And I have the pedals hard mounted in there too. And the shifter isn't not so easy. Bad thing is it only has these for the tension rods and the connectors on the bottom. So I had to drill a hole through this shifter plate and use some cushion tape and put hose clamps around it, but it doesn't move now, so it's good. Okay, I wanted to do a little comparison between the two, the Porsche GT3 RS and then the Turbo S. Just some people might wonder what the price difference is for. And basically these wheels are exactly the same, the internals, the force feedback motors and everything. The only difference is, this one has the Alcantara leather, and the wheel is a little thinner up here, it has these grips. The Alcantara is like grippier, rougher type of leather, but still comfortable. And this one's stitch leather, more like luxurious. And of course the Turbo does 360, and the GT3 only does PC and PS3, but the Turbo does all three: PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. So that's basically the price differences for the compatibility with the Xbox and Forza 3. Other than that, they're pretty much the same wheels with a different trim. The wheels are pretty much the same between the GT3 RS and the Turbo S. The pedals are pretty different. Got the Clubsports and your standard pedals that come with it. The base set is a 3-pedal set, so it's actually, I would compare these to G25 pedals. They have a pretty good feel to them, and they're pretty well made, it seems. You want to bolt these things down because the brake is pretty stiff, and if you're going to be moving around between the three, right foot braking, heel tone and stuff, you're going to want to bolt this thing down because it's going to move. So it comes with a bracket and 5 bolts, and this metal bracket goes under here. You put the 5 bolts through into the pedals, and this thing sticks out the back. Just drill 2 holes and bolt it down. That's what I did. Also, if you look on these, it comes like this. They're not adjustable, but you can see that the throttle is down a little further from the brake and the clutch for easier heel towing. So that's cool. And the throttle is a little light. Could be a little stiffer, but it's not that bad at all. You won't notice it really. Brake, if you're coming from using an MS wheel, it's probably 15 to 20 times stiffer than that. So you won't be locking up the brakes as easy because the brake on the MS wheel is just takes a feather to fully lock it. And the clutch I actually like better than on this than the Clubsports because it has a pop to it like a real clutch, whereas the Clubsports is just a spring. You can tighten and adjust it, but it doesn't have that pop that this does. Okay, now the Clubsport pedals. These are the upgraded ones. If you get the full package, I've had these for a while, so I've put a lot of use on these, and built like a tank. They're all, I think it's brushed aluminum. This thing's weigh about 15 pounds probably. Now the big difference between the standard pedals and the Clubsports is the adjustability, and then the load cell brake versus the standard travel distance brake. This is based on pressure, not travel, but you can adjust it on the fly. Just get at the program and you press the brake down, see about where you want your brake to be at full lock, how much pressure you want, and if you want it stiffer or more force, you just turn this up a little bit, and then it'll require more force to fully lock the brakes. So you can also adjust the throw by moving the pivot point up. But I tried that once, and it only had like an inch of throw. It was like barely anything, so it's probably best just to leave it on the default setting. The gas and the clutch have little nuts in the back. It only needs a 17mm wrench and tighten it down. Just tighten it down on the spring there, and you'll get a stiffer pedal. Same for the throttle, has the same exact thing on. Just a little nut there. You tighten down, and you'll get a stiffer throttle as well. Also, you can adjust these face plates if you want. Mine are all stock. I just like it stock. But you just take these Allen keys out. You can move them left or right or up and down. And also there is these backing plates right here. This doesn't have the angle like the standard pedals do for heel towing, but you can take this out, and that'll bring it back a little bit to help with the heel toe. But yeah, the biggest also you're going to want to hard mount these too. But all the foot plates have holes in them, so it's very simple. You just measure it out. All I did was measure the back feet, drill a hole, and stick a nut and a bolt through, and tighten them down, and then that's all I need to do to mount them. Really, there's nothing hard about it. I'm going to show you how easy it is to get it working with Forza and the 360. Pretty much all you do is plug it in, turn the wheel on, and you're going to just press the Xbox button, put in Xbox mode, and your buttons will light up. Now, I don't know if Forza is going to have more adjustments in the full game, but you can adjust on the fly your rotation, which is sensitivity. You can put it all the way up to 900 or down, in steps. Force feedback, you adjust through the wheel. Shock is vibration, and the 5.1 is you can save 5 different setups, rotation, force feedback, strength levels, and all that stuff. The force feedback is very good with Forza. I was surprised because it was so weak with the MS wheel, but it's pretty strong with this. It feels similar to Live for Speed on the PC as far as force feedback, so it's actually really good. I was pretty surprised. The only thing I don't like is the tension rod shifter. It's been well known, these are pretty flimsy. It works fine for the sequential stick, but I have the H shift on here now, and going up to fit the shifter has a pretty good resistance, which is good, but it puts a lot of stress in those bars, and it does move around a little bit. So you might want to find another way to mount that, or get the table mount that Fanatec has. Supposedly it has a better mount for this. But yeah, so like that. And the clutch, in Forza, the clutch is you can modulate it. It's not like an on-off switch. So, and you got your neutral with all the 6 gears, and you can use either the paddles. It doesn't mean you don't have to go and change anything. You can just use the paddles and change gears that way, or you can use the stick. Let me see. So it's very easy to set up with Forza. Not much to it, and it works very well. Force feedback is just the best for a console that I've ever seen. So it's definitely worth it if you're going to be spending a lot of time with Forza. And plus, it's a great wheel for the PC. Best force feedback pretty much you could get. Best force feedback wheel other than jumping up to a $2,000 Frex, in my opinion. So it's definitely a good set. Even if you get the standard pedals, are very good. The Clubsports are even better. So if you can afford the full package, go for it.